Welcome to the Legendary Life Plan tutorial, and you're either watching this because you got the Millennial Training Package, or you're in our Success Accelerator, or you just are really, really lucky to have stumbled upon it. And having a plan is so important because too many people, they wake up without any plan and they wake up without any sense of urgency, and what happens is that they go throughout the day and they don't actually end up accomplishing anything. And the problem is that happens 2 days in a row, 3 days in a row, a week in a row, a month in a row, a year in a row. That's how you end up living a life that's unfulfilled. That's how you end up living a life that's broke, that's unhappy, that's overweight, who's single. So having a plan is really going to allow you to create a life and create here what they talk about, a legendary life that you can be excited about waking up and living every day. And what I love about this particular planner is it actually walks you through all of the steps that you need in order for you to actually go out there and not only dream up a legendary plan, a legendary life, but also go out there and execute it too. And so this is going to be in addition to the other videos that you've seen in this component, in this training. But one thing that we talk about is creating a legendary vision for our life and creating a life that is really that we're excited about. And we have different areas of our lives, whether it's our health or our money or our relationships or our career, and there's all these different areas of our life. And so really thinking about those at the very beginning and when we're setting out on our journey is really helpful to make sure that we don't end up pursuing goals that either aren't actually important to us or that cause us to do things that aren't actually going to make us happy. Because one of the saddest things that someone can do, especially in business, is going out there and pursuing something that doesn't actually mean anything to them, that isn't actually worthwhile. And so creating a vision for yourself at the beginning of your journey is going to make sure that you actually set out on the right path. The way that I think about it is it's like setting your address in your GPS. It's like setting the destination in your GPS. You would almost never leave on a road trip without putting in the address. So make sure that you don't set out on this year without creating a vision for what you want your life to create as well. Now, after that, what you'll see here is that it has a couple of tactics and a couple of strategies that really allow you to actually create that legendary life. On the left here is what we call daily affirmations. And you'll notice here has a spot to actually write down the things that you want to start building into your day, that you want to start building into your psyche, the things that you want to start building into your psychology. And so I would start to identify what are the new emotions that you want to experience, what are the new values, what are the new feelings, what are the new different ways of thinking that you want to make sure that you're constantly expressing this year, right? The positive ways, right? The aspirational ways, the motivational ways, all of those things. Make sure you write those down in advance and at the beginning of your journal so you can make sure that you always are reminded of them on a daily and a consistent basis. Now over here on the right, it actually has a spot to write down your legendary board of directors. And we call this our front row or your inner circle. And these are people that you want to make sure that you are consistently reaching out to that are going to actually help you grow in different areas. The first one here says faith or contribution. You have fun and adventure, health and fitness, finances and wealth, growth and self, family and friends, career and business, and then significant other and kids. And you'll notice that there are spaces to write down advisors, and then there are spaces to write down role models. And I would look at as advisors as people that you can actually go to and ask for help. They may be someone who is not quite a peer, but they may be someone who has experience or someone who's already been through that experience before, who can actually give you the help because they've already been through that and they can show you around those challenges and around those obstacles. And then it also has role models, and those are people who are currently doing it and who are currently maybe in the thick of it and who are currently exemplifying a great way to do it right now. So by having an idea of who's going to be your advisors and who's going to be your role models, that's going to make it really easy for you to have a great group of people around you who are really thriving. Now on the next page here, you'll notice it talks about goals and habits, and in those same areas it has a space to write down your goals and then the habits that you actually need to create in order to actually show and actually have those habits or have those goals become a reality. Because if you want to lose 10-15 pounds and that's a goal, well, then the habit needs to be that you need to eat better, that you need to get to the gym better, that you need to meal prep, whatever it is. We need to not only identify the end result, which is the goal, but we need to identify the habit or the process that is actually going to get us there. Now, after that, it has some different opportunities to write down some things where you can learn, some media outlets, books that you want to read, podcasts that you want to listen to, trainings that you want to get. It has an opportunity to write down your bucket list, 45 things you want to do maybe this year, 45 things on your joy list, things that you can that you find that always make you happy, right? That's a great thing to have written down, just things that you enjoy. And so when I think about it for me, like I enjoy always listening to a new podcast. And so if things are stressful and things aren't going right, I like to put on a new podcast, a comedic podcast or someone with a comedian on. And that helps me to have joy and to be able to reset myself. And so identify the things that give you joy so that when you are in times of stress and you are in times of anxiety, that you can go back to those actions as well. It has a spot here to list out, there's a yearly calendar. And this is great because you want to be able to see things all at once and you want to be able to see things all the time. And by being able to have your year all in front of you at one time, you can actually see either trends, or you might be able to see patterns, or you might be able to see opportunities, or you might see areas that get kind of hectic. You might notice that there's a particular area in your year that gets kind of hectic and that gets kind of crazy, and you can start to plan and prep for those times. And then it also has a spot for you to fill out your monthly missions as well. So you can fill out this month, what do you want to contribute? This month, what do you want to do in your health or your significant other or your finances or your family, right? Habits to start, habits to stop. I would actually write in all of the activities that you have to get done this month, all of the big dates that are coming up. It has items that you can schedule, and really utilizing this thing to make sure that you have a clear sense of what you need to get done this month. And then after that, it makes it even easier to plug those things into a weekly calendar. So it has this week's goals. It has the day all the way through. It even has opportunities for you to track your habits daily and weekly. You can even rate yourself here. They've got quotes on there. All of this stuff is really great in order for you to effectively utilize on a daily basis, right? So different quotes. I know they have a group that you guys can actually get involved with. There's monthly check-ins. So at the end of the month, you can actually write in what's going on in these specific areas in your contribution, in your money, in your health. All of those things are really, really important to reflect on. And then you can start again with the second month. And what's great is you'll have all these things and you can look back and you can actually have a record of how your week went, how your month went, how your day went, and you can look back and see areas of improvement, and more importantly, you can see areas where you did well. So this is actually available to you. There's a link going to be here, or if you do not, if you're somehow watching this video and you got this far and you do not have access to it, you can actually get access to it by supporting our Indiegogo campaign or by getting into our Success Accelerator. So reach out to me if you guys have any questions about that, and hopefully this will help you to create a legendary life for yourself and for your organization this year in 2017 and beyond.